Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, August 3. Though the island has been spared extensive damage with Tuesday's passage of Tropical Storm Earl, government through the National Works Agency is moving to repair and clear blocked roadways in affected parishes. They include St. Mary, St. James and Portland, with secondary damage to sections of the corporate area. The information was shared by members of the National Disaster Committee at a press conference at the Office of the Prime Minister Wednesday. Reporter Vanessa Silvera was there and filed this report.
Government has commended the proactive stance of agencies such as the Meteorological Service of Jamaica and first responders. Emergency operations centers have now been deactivated. The Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Desmond McKenzie, is again urging residents to properly dispose their garbage, reiterating that the anti-litter bill will be tabled in Parliament before the end of this calendar year.
We can clean the gullies until we are advised to clean no more. We can clean the drains until we all fall down cleaning the drains. But until people have a greater appreciation and understanding that if they continue to throw their garbage and other waste in the gully, we will always be speaking about what is it we intend to do until we start to see some people going to jail.
Reporting for JIS News, I am Vanessa Silvera.
In other news, plans are far advanced for the Ministry of Justice to train and equip at least 1,000 persons per month to identify incidences of human trafficking. In making the disclosure, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck said the training is expected to be consistent over the next 12 to 15 months.
The idea is to bring in teachers, pastors, JPs, other community stakeholders to inform, train, and alert them as to many of the problems within our country. We're hoping that they will at least be able to inform the police of some of the possibility.
Minister Chuck was speaking recently at a function staged by the National Task Force Against Trafficking in Persons and the United Nations Development Program UNDP. The Justice Minister also received a Trafficking in Persons toolkit, which he says will continue government's work, which has already seen the punishment of 3 persons for the dastardly act.
I have no doubt that we will overcome this problem. We are determined as a government and definitely in our ministry to remove the problems, should I say, the pain and agony that the victims must suffer who have to endure the abuse and the forced labor and the sexual exploitation that these human traffickers engage in.
The Minister of State in the National Security Ministry, meanwhile, recommitted the ministry to working closely with its partners and Jamaicans to fight against trafficking in persons.
I encourage all of us as citizens of Jamaica to become more aware of the issues related to the trafficking in persons and to play our part in ridding the country and the world of this evil practice. It has no place in a modern world or a civilized Jamaica.
The St. Catherine Parish Council is poised to receive additional funds to upgrade its facilities, including the Spanish Town Infirmary and the working areas for staff. Portfolio Minister Desmond McKenzie gave the assurance while on tour of Parish Council buildings Friday.
I am committed to give that support to the St. Catherine Parish Council to improve the conditions under which people who has fallen on hard times, who have to stay in places such as the infirmary, who need the best care.
Money to support the improvements will be garnered from the Equalization Fund. During the tour, Minister McKenzie praised the Parish Council for its maintenance of the infirmary and the upgrades that have already been undertaken. Among them, the installation of solar panels to power the female ward and laundry. The improvements have seen energy costs go from $500,000 to $60,000 per month. The state is endorsing Environmental Impact Assessment EIA regulations that will introduce a licensing or certification regime for consultants. This, the Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation says will bring greater levels of control over their operations.
The government is committed to sound environmental governance and the environmental rule of law, and as such is dedicated to providing the environmental and planning regulators with the necessary support and resources to get that job done.
Minister Darrell Vaz was addressing the opening session of a two-day conference put on by the IDB's Environmental Safeguards Unit. And finally, emancipation and independence activities which were postponed due to the passage of Tropical Storm Earl are now back on. In a release, Portfolio Minister Olivia Grange said the Independence Village at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Centre has reopened until Sunday, August 7. She says tickets purchased are still valid. While the village is free to the public from noon until 5 p.m., the nightly activities that start at 8 p.m. will incur a cost. Melogaround is scheduled for Wednesday, the Reggae Dance Championship is on Thursday, and on Friday the centre will host Reggae to Rio. Grand Gala is scheduled for 6 p.m. on Saturday at the National Stadium. Then it's back to the Independence Village on August 7 for the crowning of the Miss Jamaica Festival Queen. The pre-sold price offer for the coronation will be extended until 4 p.m. Sunday. While festival bandwagon and other activities have resumed today, the Fashion Greets music show has been cancelled and the Auntie Rochi Festival has been merged with celebrations planned for September 7, the anniversary of the birth of Miss Lou. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thank you for watching.